Thank you for taking a few moments to learn about program planning to make sure you can have the best program for your Scouts and the Northern Lights Council. So my name is Rob Gilkerson. I'm the Assistant Director of Field Service here in the Northern Lights Council. I will be guiding you through how to plan your year and make sure you have a quality program. We're going to start off very simple with knowing that when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. This is very true about scouting. When we put together a good plan, families will stay involved, they'll have fun, learn new skills, and you'll have a better chance of getting other parents involved. We hope that you review Journey to Excellent requirements and use them as a program planning tool. It can be very simple to incorporate the requirements into your plan, and at the end of the year, it'll be much easier to determine what level your unit has achieved. Journey to Excellence has 4 focus areas. Each of them are important in their own way and help your unit to be successful as possible. We'll go through number 1 on there is planning and budget. We'll be talking in depth in this area, membership, program, and volunteer leadership. It's time to get ready to plan. Before we plan, let's get our materials together so that you have everything you need to make your planning conference the best it can be. First of all, you'll want the Council Program Planning Guide for the 2019-2020. That is both available in a digital format and printed starting at our April roundtables in 2019. This includes council and district dates. You'll want your Journey to Excellence scorecards. You'll want to find other area calendars like your school district or church calendars. You'll want to have the parent information surveys also available at our Northern Lights Council website at nlcbsa.org/pp. You'll also want leader guides and handbooks, and we're going to go through all those in depth right now. Here's an image of the cover of our 2019-2020 program planning guide. Again, this is going to include council and district dates, plus other resources for planning your year. Again, you can find a digital format of this at nlcbsa.org/pp. We're going to look at the Journey to Excellence scorecards. Again, there are versions for packs and troops. You can, and crews as well as posts. You can get these all online at scouting.org/JTE. Let's talk about the leader guides and handbooks that are great resources for your unit. The Cub Scout Leader Book, which is great for den leaders, committee chairs, Cub Masters, has all the tools you need, plus more on where to find additional resources for your Cub Scout pack. If you're in a troop, the troop program features are a great way for your troop to learn about how to run a month-long program on a certain theme, or resources on how to do bicycling or hiking or canoeing with your troop. The Troop Leader Guidebook actually has a great section on planning your program year. You can find that starting on page 144 of the book. So other resources as you're preparing. Again, I highly recommend you visit Northern Lights Council's website, including the nlcbsa.org/pp. So the PP stands for Program Planning, and all the resources we're going to talk today about and more will be added to this as you go through and plan your year. Pack and troop websites, yours and maybe others that you're planning to do things with. If you're a troop, you might want to see what the packs are doing in your area. Council-sponsored fundraisers, so the information on our popcorn sale or spring sale. The Ideal Year of Scouting Unit Budget Sheet, we'll be talking about that here shortly. You'll want to know, maybe you invite your charter organization, your unit commissioner, or even your council staff, your district executive, or other scouting professionals are willing to help you out in this process. We encourage every pack to conduct a planning meeting in April or May, having the scouts and parents participate by generating excitement for the next year's program. This will build a sense of ownership and will help in getting more parents involved. So step one to conducting your program planning meeting after you've gathered all of your information that you might need is to gather input from your scouts and parents. So what activities would they be interested in? Or in other words, what would be their ideal year of scouting? So grab a giant flip chart and just start writing these down. This is brainstorming. And while we're brainstorming, there's no bad ideas. You'll see things on there like go to the moon, go to Disneyland, an airport tour, magic, songs, campfire, camping, pool parties, all sorts of great stuff. And you don't want to extinguish any of the excitement. Just keep writing things on there. You're going to also look at your steps to success, and you've done your brainstorming, but let's look at that brainstorming for a moment and see what are maybe against Boy Scout policy. Things like skydiving or paintball, maybe laser tag, all against Boy Scout policy, and so we've got to take that off the list. Then look at activities that are just not feasible. It'd be great to go to the moon, but is that really feasible? But don't be too eager to cross things off. Is it possible to go to Disneyland? Sure it is. Maybe not next month, but with proper planning, your unit could take a trip to Disneyland. Then take all those items that you have left and create a voting chart. You can then put this up in front of your parents and youth so that they're ready to take a vote and help you determine what's most important to them. Then everyone, of course, votes. You can do this with a number of ways. In the illustrations here, we've given everybody a sticker with 1, 2, and 3, saying of all the things on here, what's your number 1, number 2, and number 3 choice that we should do throughout the year? Simply take all of those afterwards and help tally up the points. Again, in this scenario, number 1 choices were worth 15 points, 2 worth 10, 3 worth 5. Adding all of these up lets you know what's the most important items. Then take and assign months to the highest rated activities. Whether it be June, July, make sure that they're appropriate times. It's a lot easier to go on certain trips at certain times of the year. Create your calendar then. Make a nice, clean, easily read calendar. Merge it maybe even with school calendars or with the actual official Northern Lights Council calendar. We would like for you to have all of this done before the end of May so that you can not only communicate it with your parents so they know what you're doing in the next year, but also with the professional staff. Your district executive is there to help serve you and can share that with commissioners and make sure that you're going to have all that you need for a quality program. Now that you have your calendar and you have activities, it's good to know what is all this going to cost. So we have several tools that we're uploading to, again, the Northern Lights Council website at nlcbsa.org/pp. Again, that PP for program planning. You'll be able to make a budget. There are spreadsheets. There are PDFs that will all be added for you and your unit to make the best use of your budget. This is very important so that you can make sure to let parents know how much the new year is going to cost. It's okay to have an expensive program if they think that they can reach maybe the fundraising goal. The bottom of each one of these budgets will help you determine possibly how much popcorn or fundraising is going to be needed in order to make sure that no parent has to write a check to have a quality program for their kids scouting. And then remind them, what is all this money for? Well, it's for that program. It's for that calendar. The two of those should always be hand in hand right there when you're presenting it to your parents. So we want to go over a few final steps and make sure that this program plan is a total success for your unit. The number 1 thing is to share them. You'll be ready to share with your unit program calendar and budget and all families along with regular updates. You want to have these at your unit meetings, at recruiting events, and just any time a new parent might be stopping by to visit. This will also demonstrate to any of those new families that your unit is organized and has great activities for them. It also provides great motivation for parents of Scouts to participate in fundraising, so it won't break their personal. Let's talk about growing your unit, one of those steps for Journey to Excellence. Cub Scout packs. Have you considered whether you need to embrace the full family and have family scouting for both boys and girls and serve the whole family? Are you participating in spring and fall recruiting plans? All these are available, and we have plenty of trainings to help you with membership growth. For troops in Scouts BSA, have you thought about whether or not you want to have a linked troop? Again, offering scouting to the full family. Are you participating also in spring and fall recruiting, not just for your troop, but also for the packs in your area? Are you serious and intentional about how you are welcoming Webelos and those Arrow of Light Scouts into your troop? We also want to help you grow your unit by recruiting volunteers. Utilize the parent information forms and succession planning. Again, all of this is available at the nlcbsa.org/PEP. Finally, you may have some questions. Feel free to contact myself or visit the Northern Lights Council BSA.org website and find your district staff, that local professional that you might see at roundtables or other programs throughout the year that can help you. Thank you very much for taking a few moments and trying to make sure that you have a great program planning conference for your Scout unit.